Today we're cooling off with a dessert that's been charming taste buds for over a century. Peach Melba. Juicy poached peaches, smooth vanilla ice cream, and a bright homemade raspberry sauce. It's delightfully simple, visually stunning, and pure vintage charm. It's the kind of treat that tastes like summer in a bowl, and once tasted, you'll wonder why we ever let it fade into the past. Hello my friends and fellow Apolonians, welcome back to Apaulos Diner. I'm your host Apollo Jupiter, and today we're diving spoon first into a dessert that once dazzled opera houses and diner counters alike. It's got charm, it's got color, and some desserts try too hard. This one just shows up, looks gorgeous, and steals the spotlight. Let's get started! Time to talk peaches, the heart of it all. We'll start with 4 ripe peaches, 1 for each dessert. If you're using fresh, we're going to blanch them first. Just score a small X on the bottom of each peach, then drop them into boiling water for about 30 seconds. Right after that, into a bowl of ice water they go. The skins should peel right off. Almost like they're as excited as we are to get this dessert going. Now in a saucepan we'll make a simple poaching syrup. 2½ cups or 600 milliliters of water, 1¼ cup or 240 grams of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and just a splash of lemon juice. Bring that to a gentle simmer. Add your peeled peaches and let them poach gently for about 5 to 7 minutes, just until they're tender but not mushy. You want them soft enough to melt on the tongue, but still holding their shape. If peaches had a spa day, this would be it. Hot bath, cold plunge, gentle peel. Once they're done, let them cool right in the syrup. That's where all the flavor soaks in. And if you're using canned peaches, no shame in that. Just skip the poaching and warm them briefly in some of the syrup to give them that extra homemade touch. Now let's talk about the raspberry sauce, the real diva of this dessert. Fun fact, Peach Melba was first created in honor of an opera singer, Dame Nellie Melba. So of course, the sauce had to be a little dramatic. We'll take about 1⅓ cup or 250 grams of raspberries, fresh or frozen, and add 1/4 to 1/3 cup or 50 to 75 grams of sugar, depending on how sweet your berries are. A teaspoon or 2 of lemon juice brightens everything up. Let that simmer for around 5 minutes until the raspberries break down and the whole thing turns into a deep red bubbling syrup. Then we strain it through a fine mesh sieve or a cheesecloth if you prefer, to get rid of the seeds. You might have to repeat the process a few times and you will get the smoothest result with a cheesecloth. Yes, it's an extra step, but the result is velvety, glossy, and absolutely worth it. Let it cool, and if you want to take it up a notch, you can stir in a splash of raspberry liquor. Just enough to raise an eyebrow. Now comes the fun part, bringing it all together. Start with a generous scoop or 2 of vanilla ice cream. A custard style ice cream works beautifully here, but honestly, any good vanilla will do. Next, take one of your pitted peach halves and place it right on top. You can serve them warm or chilled, whichever mood you're going for. Now for the moment of truth, that raspberry sauce. Drizzle it generously over the top, letting it run over the peach and melt into the ice cream. If your sauce thickened a bit too much as it cooled, just stir in a splash of water or a few drops of lemon juice to bring it back to pouring consistency. And if you're feeling fancy, add a few toasted almond flakes or a swirl of whipped cream, just enough to make it feel like a celebration. A dessert this elegant should come with a string quartet, or at least a polite applause. It's elegant, it's refreshing, and it tastes like pure summer joy. Definitely fancy enough to be eaten in an opera, though I recommend a spoon over binoculars. And just like that, we've brought another forgotten gem back to life. Elegant, fruity, and full of vintage charm. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me here at Apaulos Diner. If you enjoyed this recipe, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe share it with someone who could use a little sweet nostalgia. Also check out this evergreen classic right here. It's a treat you won't want to miss. Until next time, my dear friends and fellow Apolonians, may your peaches be golden, your scoops generous, and your summer days filled with joy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.